Well, good morning, everybody. Cruiseman here. It is about 5:37 in the morning, and I am heading out to my West Texas to visit my brother. It's early. I debated whether or not to wait until it got a little more daylight, which usually comes in around, 6:15.
This video is sponsored by Cruiseman's Garage Honda Goldwing Maintenance Video Series.
I thought maybe the traffic will be a little lighter. I've got some pretty heavy traffic as I have to weave my way all the way through Fort Worth. And that could definitely take some time. So I decided to go ahead and leave earlier. Nice and cool right now this morning, and that's another thing you have to consider on a road trip going to West Texas in the summer is the temperature, because in the afternoons it can get pretty warm. So the earlier I get out of here, the better. Some of you know how much I love my coffee, and when I leave this early in the morning on a road trip, I don't have a chance to have coffee before I leave. But there is a particular McDonald's on the other side of Fort Worth in a little town called Willow Park that I always stop at, so I'll stop there and have coffee. The adventure begins. Thanks for joining me. And if you enjoy these motovlogs, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And the notification bell is important because that way YouTube will let you know when I come out with new videos. I will be editing some new videos while I'm in West Texas. So right now you can see why I left early. There's not that much traffic, at least not on this George Bush Turnpike. So that, I think, paid off. I don't have to worry too much about heavy traffic. Now once I get in between Arlington and Fort Worth, that could be a whole different story. But right now, I'm kind of enjoying this lack of traffic. Okay, this is where I exit to get onto Interstate 30 going west to Fort Worth. This is usually where the traffic will start picking up, is when I get onto Interstate 30 west. We'll see how it is today. Yeah, it's getting pretty busy, not quite as bad as I've seen in the past. If they'll let me in. I've got to get over about 3 lanes. And the road here is not very good. There's a lot of potholes and imperfections in this road. See if they'll let me in here. I think if I'm in this lane, I'm okay. I think I can get all the way to Fort Worth this way. There's usually a lot of construction on this road. Those of you that aren't familiar with the area, we've got Six Flags Over Texas here on the left. Welcome to downtown Fort Worth.
A few moments later.
Okay, I made it to my stop here at McDonald's in Willow Park, and I'm going to go grab some coffee, sit down and relax after this ride through Fort Worth. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about all the gear that I'm testing on this road trip and kind of long-term testing and give you some first impressions. And that will be coming up right after this. Well, things have changed a lot since I've been in a McDonald's. It's all automated now. You have to use the kiosks. I haven't done that in a while. So anyway, I got my coffee. I'm gonna sit over here. I even got a breakfast burrito. I thought I'd try that. I'm just gonna sit down, relax, take some time. I'm way ahead of schedule because I made pretty good time getting through Fort Worth. So let's have some coffee. They do have pretty good coffee. Okay, I'm coffeeed up. I'm getting ready to get out on the interstate and start this boring ride to West Texas. And it is a boring ride. So I'm testing out a few things this morning, as I mentioned before we went to the break. And I'm going to tell you about these things once I get on the highway. Let's get going first. Now my next stop will be in Eastland, Texas. That's usually where I stop for gas. It was about 94 degrees on my temperature gauge on the bike going through Fort Worth, and I gotta tell you, it did not feel like 94 degrees. It's not that humid either. So it felt very pleasant this morning. I'm not sensing a lot of wind right now. I don't feel a lot of wind, which is good. I was hoping we'd have some cloud cover today because the last week we've had a lot of clouds, and it really helps keep the heat down. Okay, so let me tell you what I am testing out on this ride to West Texas. First off, this Sena Phantom helmet, which is a full face helmet. This is the first time I think I've ever done a road trip with a full face helmet. Normally I'll wear a modular helmet, but Sena sent this to me to review, and I did do a first impression review, but I thought, let's take it on a road trip and let's see how it does long term. Now, as far as the Bluetooth helmet capabilities, the Bluetooth communication capabilities, I'm actually using this connected to my Ace Pro camera over here, Ace Pro 2, through Bluetooth. So rather than using to listen to my radio or anything like that, I'm just going to use it for motovlogging today. And we'll see how that works out. I've got my Ace Pro Insta360 X3 over here, and I've got my Ace Pro 2 on my right handlebar for the forward facing. Okay, so I'm testing out the Sena helmet. What else? Well, I've got the BreezyRyder seat cover on this trip. This is the first long ride I've taken with BreezyRyder. It certainly feels more comfortable. I'll get a chance as it gets warmer today to see how it does as far as cooling. So I'm checking out the BreezyRyder. I also have a brand new pair of Klim pants, riding pants. I think they're called Outrider. I'll look it up and put it on the screen for you. The reason I got these is my friend Dale has a pair of these, and what I liked about them is that the protective pads, like for the knee pads, go in from the outside. You don't have to turn the pants inside out to put the protective pads in. I like that. They're much easier to put the pads in, take them out. So this is the first time I've ridden with these pants. I just got them in yesterday, or day before yesterday. So I'm trying these out today. We'll let you know how that goes. It is nice and cool this morning. It's 86 degrees is what it says over here on my temperature gauge. But man, I'm telling you, it feels nice. It's very pleasant. I wish it would be like this the whole day. The total trip is about 360 miles. Oh, I'm also testing out the Madehawk. I've got the Madehawk hooked up. Yeah, it shows I have a headset connected, but I'm not getting my Carlin kit. My Apple CarPlay is not coming up for some reason. So we'll take a look at that. I'm just using the built-in navigation. I'm not really even using it. I just have the map on the screen. So we are about ready to exit here in Eastland, Texas, where I will fill up with gas. I think we've come about 135, 136 miles. So far, it's been an uneventful ride. Very pleasant weather. It's about 88 degrees out right now. It's gotten up into the 90s, but very pleasant. No drama. Not as much traffic as I remember last time I came on this road. So I exit off here and go to this Maverick Shell station up here. They've got a nice little travel center. I'll pick up a bottle of water, take a little break, stretch my legs, fill up with gas, and then we'll be on our way. Check out my gas mileage too while I'm at it. Okay, let's fill up with gas and we'll be on our way. Okay, so we've left Eastland. We've filled up with gas. We're on our way now. Our next stop will be Sweetwater, Texas. We're about 50 miles outside of Abilene. And we're going to zip right through Abilene, head to Sweetwater. I usually stop there, take a drink of water, stretch my legs, get gas. I could probably make it all the way to Midland. I've got about 220 miles of range right now. I am at a Walmart getting gas here in Sweetwater and getting ready for the last leg of this trip, making sure my trip meter is set. I had to stop and use the facilities here at the Murphy gas station. This is the lowest price I've seen on gas at unleaded 87 octane in probably 4 years. So gas prices are definitely coming down. $2.44 a gallon is the lowest price I've seen in a long time. So if that gets down under, say, $2.25, I think we got something going. So we are now on our way to Midland. Now I've got about 240 miles I've ridden so far, and I can confirm that this Sena Phantom helmet is pretty darn nice. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not a full face helmet guy. I'm a modular helmet guy. I like the fact that they're easier to put on or off. And this one is a little bit more of a struggle to get on because you got to, it kind of bends your ears down to put it on. But once it's on, it's very comfortable. It's a perfect fit for my head. The Bluetooth communications works excellent. Right now, today, I'm using it just to motovlog. I'm not using it for radio or anything, but I have used it for that, and it works great. It has a ton of volume. Very clear, excellent bass. It's just a really good system. Now, I don't like the little chin strap. I wish they had the buckle, the quick release, quick connect buckle. That's the only complaint I have so far with this helmet. Everything else seems to be really good. As for the BreezyRyder, very comfortable. It's 94 degrees right now. It has gotten up as high as 99. And I've felt pretty cool the whole time. I've not felt any discomfort as far as from heat. Of course, when it's cloudy, it tends to cool off, and it's a lot more comfortable than when you have the radiant heat of the sun. So I'm going to give the BreezyRyder a thumbs up for a long test. Let me raise my windshield up here, get rid of some of this wind noise. Madehawk is working. It shows I have a headset connected. I'm using the helmet headset for motovlogging, so this is not connected to the bike. But yet my Carlin kit, my Apple CarPlay is not displaying. It's not coming up. I even updated the firmware and it's still not coming up, so I'm not sure what's going on there, because I have had that working in the past, but for some reason today it's not working. I mentioned to you earlier, this is a kind of a boring ride. It's just an interstate. I hate riding on interstates. I much prefer back roads, scenic roads. But to get to Midland, Texas, this is about, I mean, there is another way you can go. I've done it before. I even motovlogged about it. But it takes about an extra hour, and it's not that scenic. I mean, you go through some little towns, but that's about it. You do avoid some of the semi-trailer, tractor trailers. Even though it's been light today, the traffic has been surprisingly light, which I guess is a good thing. If you have to make a boring drive, it's better to do it on 2 wheels than on 4. And I am reminded once again, I know I keep harping on this, but I'm reminded once again at what an amazing piece of engineering and machinery this Honda Goldwing is. I absolutely love it. I've been a fan of the Goldwing since 2006. This is my 5th Goldwing, and I've never had one that I didn't love, and this is no exception. It just rides so smooth and so comfortable and so predictable and very approachable. What I think I love most about this motorcycle is it serves so many purposes. It's a great 2-up touring bike for long distance touring. You can easily do 500, 600, 700 miles a day if you want to. I mean, it's super comfortable. I mean, what can I say? It's smooth, it's quiet, it's got more than enough power for anything you need to do, and it also makes a great commuter bike. So this is a great motorcycle that you can take to the grocery store. You can fit a lot of stuff in these saddlebags. Every time I get on this for an extended period of time, I'm just reminded of what an amazing piece of machinery this is. And the more you work on the bike, when you start taking parts on and off and and you really appreciate the engineering and the level of detail that went into the motorcycle. Now, it's not perfect, okay? I'm not saying that, but of all the touring bikes that I've reviewed and ridden and tested, I still come back to the Goldwing. It's still, to me, it's still the standard for long distance touring. It's just an amazing bike. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me for this motovlog today. If you have any questions about any of the products that I've been testing on this ride, put them in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And remember, if you liked the video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up, because that really does help my YouTube rankings. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. I will be pulling into Midland next. That'll be my last stop before I head to my brother's house. And I will stop and fill up with gas there at Kent Quick in Midland. So thanks again for joining me, and until I see you on the next part 2 of this motovlog, which will be my ride home. Until I see you then, remember what I always say: ride often, but ride safe.